Okay, I have a lady coming in now who's in a wheelchair. Darker hair, would have been brown or black. I don't feel like she's that old because of the hair color, but I could be wrong. I feel like she's about 68, maybe, somewhere in there. She's coming in over in this area. She's given me lots of names, and some nights my names are on and some nights they're not, but I'm given the name like Kathy, Catherine, Kathleen, but I'm also given the Mary, Marie, or Margaret. So an M-A-R and a Kate or Kathleen kind of name over here too. I'm down front already, and I'll take that because of the wheelchair. So you understand the wheelchair? Okay. Okay, so hold on. I can't just drop it off down here, and we'll see where we're going. We're not sure I'm with you yet, so let's keep going. Because the woman, if they come in a wheelchair, it tells me they could not walk unattended, okay? So they would not be able to walk and be showing up in a wheelchair for me. Thank you. She's also having me feel that there would have been issues with her lungs. She's showing me having oxygen. She's showing me having edema in her legs. It actually feels a lot like, I'm not sure at this point, either the kidneys are shutting down or the heart, or it's heart failure. So does it sound like I am with you so far?
Yeah, my grandmother.
Okay.
That died when I was very young.
Very young, okay. All right, what's your name, please?
Catherine.
Okay, all right, and what's the grandma's name?
Louise.
Louise, all right, thank you. Now, okay, even in that state, because you were very young, you were like a toddler, is that correct? Like maybe 5 or 6 when she passed?
Maybe about 7 or 8.
Okay, because I feel like even in her poor health condition, then she was in poor health. Do you understand? Like you remember her being in poor health.
Yes.
And she's telling me that she would actually try to read to you even then, or she couldn't look after you, but when you were there, she would try to read to you or talk with you. But it became increasingly more difficult. Like I feel like I can't get my breath when I'm trying to do these things, but she'd still try. Do you understand this?
Somewhat.
Okay, who's with you there?
My mom.
Okay, would this be her mother or your dad's mom?
My dad's
okay.
mom.
All right, but you know enough about her as well, correct?
She was very close with her.
Okay. All right, Mom, what's your name?
Jerry.
Sherry?
Jerry.
Jerry, okay. Sorry, I don't know what's with my hearing tonight, but all right, so give me the grandma's name again.
Louise.
And who's the Mary, Marie, or Margaret? The M-A-R name.
There's an Aunt Mary. It's my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
I'm not very close with them, but my Aunt Mary Jo
Okay.
just passed away the same day my dad did a year ago.
Okay, which is probably where we're going with this. Okay, all right. So, and Catherine, is that right?
Yes.
Kathy. You go by Kathy?
Catherine.
Catherine. All right, Catherine. Oh gosh, okay. Would you understand somewhere connected to you the gentleman that took his own life, please?
I mean, unknown, a possibility.
Okay. I don't know that I'm here with you because now I'm trying. There's the 2 things that are coming out with this lady. First off, she's showing me, when I talk about the sides of the family that are with her on the other side, she's showing me men that did like some type of mechanic work, worked on cars, worked on planes, something like that. Do you understand that?
Yes, somewhat.
Somewhat. How do you understand that?
My brother passed away in October.
Okay. All right.
He worked as a wheel mechanic.
Okay, thank you. Did he participate in his own passing?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And there's questions about whether it was intentional or not. Do you understand
Yes.
that? Okay, all right, thank you. Can I have your brother's name, please?
Sam.
All right, thank you. All right, now, Sam is giving me the feeling, I've switched. So the grandma figure was only coming in to bring in your brother, okay? There's a feeling from Sam that he was heading, I don't know how he passed, and I don't believe he's trying to tell me that literally, but he gives me the feeling that in his life he was headed for the wall. In other words, he was going the wrong direction and the wrong path. Do you understand that?
Yes.
He's giving me the feeling that there's an addiction issue involved as well. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, now, okay, and it's okay. He gives me the feeling that he was tired of hurting the family, but he is saying that this was not an intentional passing, okay? The problem was he was heading further and further down, All right. And so he says you're not all surprised by this. And there was no way to help him. He actually stopped talking to some members of the family. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yeah. And he's pushing you all away and making it your fault, all of that. He's actually wants to apologize to the family now because he did push people away because he knew he couldn't stop, and he thought if he was mean and did bad things and said bad things that you'd all leave him the hell alone, and then he wouldn't feel so bad about what he was doing. Okay? So he's sorry for that. He hopes that you know that he loves you very much. He always did. He just, and I'm sorry, this is how he said it, he loved the drugs more.
Yeah.
Okay? He is showing me heroin. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
And he's also giving me the feeling that he knew that there was more to it than just the heroin. So I don't know if the fentanyl was in there,
Yes.
but he did know it was in there. Some cases they don't know. In his case, he did know. Okay? It was not the first time he got fentanyl, is what he says. Okay? Or whatever was in there. Now, he says he's also sorry because to me, he's giving me the feeling that there's been enough death in your life. Do you understand? There's like one after the other, and it's like, is it going to stop now? And it feels like, and I know he can't say this, it doesn't even make sense for him to say this, but he says it stops with him, okay? So in other words, I feel like the rug isn't going to be pulled out from under you anymore in the way it's been over and over and over again. He comes behind, and this is your mom's son as well, correct?
Yes.
Sam comes behind her and rubs her shoulders, okay? And he's really concerned about you, Mom. He wants you to know that he loves you very much and that this is not anything you could have done. You're beating yourself up over and over about this, but you know in your heart you did everything you could. You tried every different way to deal with him, with his addiction, and he knows that you love him. So never doubt that, all right? He wants you to keep moving forward. He knows some days you can't, but he wants you to keep moving forward. And you got other people who need you and love you. He wants to thank you, and I'm calling you sis. He wants to thank you because sometimes you're the one that's holding up everybody. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you've always been like that. You've always been the one to kick his ass too when he needed it. Sorry. Okay? So he wants to thank you because it always feels like you've got the whole world on your shoulders, but you can handle it, he says. All right? He wants you to know that he's okay on the other side. He has the grandmom with him. He has Dad with him, but I don't think we're going to bring Dad in today. They have some attributes. They have similar issues. Do you understand this? Dad and your brother? Okay? They do see each other on the other side, and they have worked out some disagreements they had when they were here in the living, okay? So he wants you to know that he's okay. There's actually, I don't like to say it this way, but I want to be true to him. He's saying that there's somewhat of a relief in this because the struggle was getting harder and harder, and he didn't like facing that responsibility, okay? So he is, I don't like the words at peace, but he really is at peace, okay? And he's happy, and he just told me, quit saying okay. Like, all right. Who has his, he didn't have it when he passed, but somebody got his car or his vehicle? Okay, all right. And you do with it what you want. You want to hold on to it forever, you can. If you want to sell it, you can. You just do what you need to do with it, Mom. I'm okay, he says, okay? All right, so no worries about that in any way. But you have to change the stations. All right? All right, you definitely don't listen to the same music. All right, just know that he's okay, and thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.